the difference in rebounding and just ball movement? You only have 15 assists tonight.
Yeah, so the rebounding was problematic the whole night, so that was probably the difference in the game. You know, you got to get stops. I thought we had some good looks at threes, and we didn't make. So trust the pass, and, you know, but we got to rebound.
Mikal had that open look to tie it up. Was that the, you know, as good a look you could hope for, and something she's surprised?
Yeah, and again, the same thing. It's the right play, make the right play. Shot it good. We didn't make it. As long as you shoot it good, and he works on it all the time, so it's a good shot when we missed.
How do you assess what you saw from Jalen tonight?
Yeah, it was same. You know, like he battled like crazy. You know, there was a physicality that, you know, like I want to take a look at the, you know, obviously huge discrepancy in free throws. Huge. So I got to take a look at that. Right? So, you know, I don't understand, you know, how on one side, that, you know, you talk about direct line drives, the guy's getting fouled and it's not being called. Right? So, and look, I really don't give a crap how they call the game as long as it's consistent on both sides. So if Cunningham's driving and there's marginal contact and he's getting to the line, then Jalen deserves to be getting to the line. It's really that simple.
Tom, in terms of becoming a 48-minute team, playing the full 48 minutes, where do you guys need to go, or how can you guys get to the point where you're playing? Well, the thing is, missed shots are part of the game, but the rebounding, that we control that. That's your effort. That's all those things. So, you know, if you're not shooting well, you got to do other things to help us win. So rebound the ball. So we know we got to rebound better.
Cat didn't get any shots in the fourth quarter. What do you make of that? And are there ways you feel like you guys can get him a little more involved in those situations?
Well, he's getting touches, but he's making the right play. If he's getting double teamed, I don't want him just shooting the ball over three people. That makes no sense to me.
And you also, in the first half, closed with Mitch at 5. Cat, what was your
Well, Mitch was the one guy rebounding.
What was Cade doing differently that, you know, allowed him to score so much today, and after, you know, you guys contained him pretty well in game one?
Yeah, no, he's a great player, you know, so he got to the line a lot.
How exhausting is it for your ball club to play catch-up the entire game, and how problematic is that,
Well,
Tom?
you know, you have to win games different ways. Obviously, you'd rather play with the lead, but, you know, whatever, you just got to find a way to win at the end.
Tom, you talked about the calls, but I think it was 14-2 in the first half free throws. Is that the biggest thing you saw?
Yeah, and we got two late that were, you know, so, you know, it is what it is.
We saw you guys kind of dominate after that 21-0 run last game. What was the difference this time that they were able to be so resilient?
Yeah, you know, same thing. You know, we made a comeback, and, you know, we had a good shot at the end, and it didn't go in. So, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes, make or miss league.
Just what's the message or the outlook going into game 3 now?
Same thing. You know, each game is different. You have to reset. Whether you win or lose, you reset, get ready for the next one. You got to understand what goes into winning.
I know you mentioned the fouls. Just in general, how do you feel like the guys responded to the physicality?
That's playoff basketball. It's not, you know, like, it's going to be physical, and that's fine. You know, and the rebounding we got to fix.
When the calls aren't going your guys' way, do you feel like there's an issue at all with maybe you guys getting too wrapped up in that and that negatively impacting you guys?
You know, that's part of our league. So you make your point, move on, try to do it during a dead ball.
After kind of a quiet game one shooter, 20 off the bench tonight, what was it giving you trouble with him tonight?
Well, I think anytime, you know, you put two on somebody, you know, you got to make sure you're reacting out. And so I thought our turnovers hurt us in the first half. It was better in the second half, and we put them into the open floor.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Well, the Knicks fall short of a second comeback win, but it wasn't without the effort of Jalen Brunson. Put up 37 points in Game 2. This after putting up 34 points in Game 1 Saturday. He's second in Knicks playoff history for the most 30-point playoff game, second to only Patrick Ewing, who has 18 such games. Jalen Brunson, 13 such games, 2 of which came in this series against the Pistons, which, of course, continues Game 3 Thursday in Detroit as the series rolls on.